So here's a pro tip for the information age. In debate, if someone's first response to your argument is, "I don't think you know what that word means," assume victory. Assume victory. Why would you assume victory? Well, this gets into a little bit of the third person effect. The third person effect. I have a new tweet out, third person shooter, talking a little bit about third person effect, which is essentially, in a nutshell, when other people assume what you know and what you don't know. How ignorant you are, how smart you are, what you've studied. They might ask questions about it. They might say, "Have you read this? Have you looked at that? Are you aware of this?" And those are all valid questions for debate and for epistemological purposes, of course. But if someone's first response in debate to your argument is, "I don't think you know what that word means," well, what are they trying to say here? Are they trying to say, well, you can't take 20 seconds and hit dictionary.com and find out what it means if you didn't in the first place? You know, if in the scenario, if you didn't know what that word meant, you can find out in 30 seconds and then you can say, well, I'm using it this way. But if someone says you just don't know what that word means, I mean, what? That's not an argument. You can say, you can give some clarification, but most of the time, just empirically, I've found that when people say this, there isn't much of an argument there. They're just saying, well, they're using word thinking, they're using an analogy, they're using some sort of system or tool to say, oh, you don't know what that word means, therefore, and then they'll give their definition of what the word means. So they'll give an ideal presentation of how that word should be used. Even if you say, here it is, here's the dictionary definition, and I meant exactly what I said, that doesn't, to me, it seems like a bit of a rhetorical dead end. But again, your mileage may vary with these pro tips. You know, some of them are more useful than others, so definitely try it out. Assuming victory. I don't think you know what that word means.